We were invited to speak recently at an event for recruitment business owners on the topic of email marketing, and the conversation developed into some of the do's and don'ts when you're communicating with a database of clients and candidates through email. And there are two things that we always share with our clients that are must-dos, and that's what I'd like to share with you in this video. Hi, I'm Sharon from Superfast Recruitment with a recruitment marketing update. So what are those two key things then to remember when you're communicating with candidates and clients through email? The first thing is the number of touch points that you need to have. Often people will say to us that they send out a newsletter quarterly to their database, or they're thinking about sending out an email blast, and by that they mean a one-off email. Now what we would say to that is, really? Don't bother. Now why? Why would I say that? You have to think about consistency of communication and how you need to nurture a relationship with people. When you're emailing people so infrequently, like once a quarter, you're out of their mind, and then all of a sudden an email drops into their inbox, and this is the thing, so often that email that drops in, it's a pitching email, and people get really annoyed by that. You only have to think about yourself being on the receiving end of it. I think I unsubscribed from 3 or 4 newsletter lists last week, and it's purely because it came out of the middle of nowhere, hadn't heard from them for several months, and there it is, it's a pitch straight away. The thing you want to be thinking about is, based on some classic sales data, we need as buyers about 7+ touch points before we're willing to buy. Now that means when you're communicating with people through email, you want to be doing it much more regularly. Which leads me on to the second point, and that is the other thing that we get frustrated by is the pitch email and it being completely overdone. So you don't want to go from one extreme to the other, but you do want to think about the balance between sending out emails where they're adding value and then the pitch. So think about the title that people use in recruitment consultant. That consultant, that's a consultancy. Consultancy is about giving advice, adding value, getting businesses to think differently. Now, if you can do that consultancy piece through some of your email communication and then balance it with a pitch, you build and nurture that relationship in a much more powerful way. Now, the result of that is that when the pitch email comes in, people are much more willing to open it and read that promotional email, and even more likely to probably respond to it as well, because they know that you've given them a lot of value. So there you have two key things to remember. You need to email people on a much more frequent basis, and when it comes to business communication, generally in the UK, businesses under email. So if you're able to add great value in the content that you send out, balance that appropriately with a promotional email, and we would always recommend, based on the data, 4 value add emails to 1 promotional email, and emailing people once a week, it is absolutely fine. You keep yourselves front of mind, you nurture that relationship, and then when they see your promotional email, they're very happy to open that email. So good luck when you're communicating with your database, and do remember, make it regular. That's Sharon from Superfast Recruitment with a recruitment marketing update.